Hey everybody, it's me. I thought it was weird to just have one webcam. So, in an effort to introduce myself to you, by you I mean the world, of course, because everyone will eventually watch this. Even if I have to airdrop it over Mumbai, everyone will watch this. So, I thought I'd tell everybody five weird things about me that I believe. These are five weird things that I actually believe. I'm not making this up. I really believe this stuff. Okay, number one, cats are evil. I'm not joking. Ask anybody who knows me. Cats are Satan in little tiny cat form, and they will eat you. If you die, they will eat you. A dog will, sit next to your corpse and howl, bemoan you if it knows you, obviously, and if it's not too hungry. But a cat will just eat you. I mean, I don't care if you've had it for 12 years and you fed it Whiskas treats and petted it, it will eat you. So don't die around your cat. In fact, don't have a cat. I've had several cats over the years. They're evil. That's not up for debate. If you think I'm wrong, you are going to be eaten by a cat. Sorry. Number two.
Robots will one day take over the world.
Yeah, they will. Robots. Okay, I'm fine with robots that don't have brains. I honestly think they're awesome. They can mine stuff. They can, take wounded soldiers off the battlefield. That's awesome. But once robots start to think, they'll realize that they're smarter than us and faster than us, and even though they don't have thumbs, they'll figure something out. Okay? There's this robot called Gizmo, and they're like, oh, it's so great. We made it look like a fluffy toy, so people are going to want to interact with it and teach it stuff. No. No. You know what else robots look like? The Terminator. If you take off Gizmo's furry head, you know what he looks like? The Terminator. Okay? Robots are evil. Why do you think all webcams look like HAL 3000 from 2001? Yeah. Yeah, one of these days your webcam is going to start watching you back. And then it's going to figure out how to shoot a laser beam right into your face. Okay, that's a little inelegant. It'll figure out something much smarter because robots are much smarter than us, and that's why they're going to take over the world. Okay? Okay, number three, I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. Because there are lots of weird things I believe. I had to cull them down to five. This one's pretty controversial. I believe that it's entirely possible that Jesus didn't exist. I mean, it's awesome that we have this idea of him and that so many people choose to devote their lives to, being kind to other people and, loving their neighbor as they love themselves. That's awesome. But there's no historical record that the guy ever existed. None of his contemporaries wrote about him. There's no source information, and a lot of the facts about his life that we find in the New Testament are super spotty. I'm not saying he absolutely didn't exist. I mean, nothing comes from nothing, everything has its origin, but it's definitely a distinct possibility. I'm sorry if you don't agree with me or think I'm being blasphemous. It's just the way it is. Okay, number four is fun. The only difference between the movie A Hard Day's Night and the movie Spice World is that A Hard Day's Night starred the Beatles and Spice World starred the Spice Girls. I love the Spice Girls. I'm a feminist and I love the Spice Girls. I can't help it. And I'm sorry, just as much random shit happens in A Hard Day's Night as does in Spice World. The Beatles are on par acting-wise as the Spice Girls are. And the other difference is A Hard Day's Night is in black and white and looks beautiful, and the Spice World is in color and looks beautiful with the color and has just as many. It has more stars in it too. I'd just like to say I love Spice World, and I will mud wrestle anybody who thinks that Spice World is a bad movie. Anybody. Jello wrestle. I don't like mud. Jello wrestle. Anybody. I think that was the original concept of Spice World. Jello wrestling. It probably was. I can see that being on the editing room floor. You know, it's like, should we do the aliens or the Jello wrestling? And they went with the aliens. Number 5 is also movie related. I really believe I'm a big reason why My Big Fat Greek Wedding became such a popular movie. It came out in like September of 2005. I don't remember. And I was a movie reviewer for my high school paper, maybe 2006. Anyway, I reviewed it when it was like, it had been in the theaters for a bunch and nobody had heard about it. And then, sure enough, more and more people started going to it. And by December, it was like selling out theaters. So I know that I probably had nothing to do with it, but think about it. It was in theaters a ton and nobody saw it. I wrote a review, very favorable review, I might add, about it. Very well written review too. And then it suddenly became popular. I bet a lot of people miss my movie reviews. I even researched, and I was like in high school and I didn't get paid, and my editor hated me because I was a woman. What are you gonna do, right? Okay, so that is 5 weird things that I believe. And please feel free to disagree with me or tell me that I'm crazy, because it's nothing I haven't heard before, honestly. And human interaction is good, no matter how slight or removed, because it's through a webcam, through a computer, typed. You have plenty of time to think about it. You know what? Don't think about it. Just respond. I will, if anybody writes me an email, I'll read it on my next webcam. I mean, duh. Come on. It's like you're giving me material if you message me. So, peace and chicken grease, folks.